How lovely. What a lovely intro there. Say hey, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. I wish that everyone just saw what I saw with my screens, but we're live, we're running. Dabby Cab, you can
What
hopefully
did you see?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong sometimes. The intro stops and starts, so I'm like, oh, and are we going? Are we stopping? And then I just have to sit here and wait. And then we just magically appear on the screen. And I'm like, all right, we're starting. So it's a good time, but appreciate everyone for watching. I hope the intro was smoother for everyone else than it was for me. Dabby Cab, it's nice to see you as well. First of all, Dabby Cab, before we start everything, let's shout out our guy, a birthday boy in the chat. Shout out to Justin McElvey, a guy that comes into the chat every time. He's in the chat right now. So shout out to you, Justin. Happy birthday to you, my guy. For his birthday, Dabby Cab, I tailed his stacks plot of the day. Rockies team total over 3.5. I got it at minus 120. Shout out to you there, Justin.
Dick Cash?
It's not. I don't know. It's a good question. Are we going? I haven't watched any of the games since I haven't had Wi-Fi, so I haven't covered it.
No, you didn't.
Really?
No, they had 3 runs. I was sitting there when the way you said it, I was like, "Oh shit, they scored for you in the 9th inning." And then I looked, they didn't score in the 9th. Still,
I
shout
didn't
out
see
to
it.
him, man. Happy birthday to our guy Justin. He's cashing all the time, man. Great capper right there in the chat.
No, so shout out to him. Shout out to the Stacks Pod. You can tell I have not watched a drop of baseball today because I haven't had Wi-Fi in my house all day. It was very annoying.
I thought you were like being a dick or something. I was like,
No,
"Why are you
no.
shouting out a play that didn't win, you asshole?"
I looked down. And I was like, "Oh, we're not covering it." Oh, I guess I should have been watching it. So no. Shout out to Justin. That was my birthday present to him, and now we're gonna try to give him a little winner here on this program. But no, I don't. Obviously, have not watched a drop of baseball today. I have had no Wi-Fi. I've just been sitting around, fucking tweedle thumbing my thumbs around, waiting for today or waiting for right now to talk baseball with you, Dabby Cabin. By the way, that was his only loss today, which is hilarious. So Justin, let's get some winners in the chat here too. I'd appreciate it. Let's get into this, Dabby Cab, because I've got a couple bets here, all on one game basically. I've just realized I didn't realize that I only had 3 bets now on the card, all in one game. But I think I'm gonna add one more, and it won't surprise anyone as well. So I love that. And by the way, Connor Mack gave out a birthday pick that cash. I love that for you, Justin. Shout out to Connor Mack. Let's get into it. Game one, Braves Phillies. AJ Smith Shaver versus Aaron Nola. The line has moved towards Aaron Nola and the Phillies here. Do I trust them? No, not even a little bit. I don't know what it is with the Phillies. I don't trust them offensively. Nola's been one of the bigger disappointments of the season. Pitched against the Braves already on May 25th. 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, coming off of 6 2/3, 6 hits, 4 earned runs off the Diamondbacks at the Diamondbacks. I really wanted nothing to do with them, to be honest. So I passed this game, honestly, because AJ Smith Shaver is not a guy that I'm backing, Debbie Cab, either. Even though both of these offenses last 2 weeks have been dominating. Second, 156 weighted runs created plus for the Braves against righties. Ninth, 126 weighted runs created plus against righties for the Philadelphia Phillies. So I passed here to start off the card here. Dabby, what do you have to say about this one?
I mean, you said it. The Phillies are hot. They haven't lost a series all month. They've got series wins against the Dodgers and Diamondbacks. They've now won 6 of the last 7 games. And the rookies look good. But I think this veteran lineup for the Phillies is going to get to AJ here. I'd maybe look in props. I'm not betting a side here, but I'd maybe look at Harper. I was on Harper over 1.5 bases yesterday. I sent it to a few friends. It's really the only bet I made that cashed. I'd look at Harper here. I think he's going to keep getting his average up even a little higher. He's over 300 now. And you look at Smith, he did allow the 2 home runs in the Rockies in their last start. And this is just going to be an even more powering lineup. I think he's going to get touched up a little bit here. Aaron Nola, he's had success against the Braves. He's got a 15-10 record against them with the 3.51 ERA. So this is not a position that he's not used to. It's a very comfortable spot for him. I just don't trust Nola. I don't trust Nola, and I don't trust the Phillies, like you said. So for me, this game is a pass. I could see the Braves being tempting at plus money, and I understand. If I was going to go the Braves, it would just be a team total, though. If you want to bet the Braves, in my opinion, you take a team total. If you like the Phillies, good luck.
Agreed. I pass here. I'd probably be on the over, like JP's saying there. But I want.
Can you get the Braves at over 4? Because if you can get the Braves at over 4, that should be bet by everyone. but it's probably 4.5, I would imagine, even though the total's 8.5.
Shout out to our friends at Bovada who are very flexible with team totals, which is a very nice part about it. 4 minus 110.
4?
So, yep, 4 minus 110, 3.5 minus 150, and 4.5 is plus 115. There.
I might take that team total over 4 for the Braves. I mean, that wasn't something that I came in here planning on betting, but anytime you give me the Braves at 4, that's something I don't really give a shit who's on the mound on the other side. You can't tell me a pitcher this year that I don't think they can score 4 or 5 runs on.
You Darvish?
Absolutely, they would. Hey, I like Darvish. He's been touched up this year. He's 5-5 on the season. Now he's 4-1 when I bet him. So when I bet him, he's a little.
You
different.
allow him to win.
I give him my permission.
Yes, exactly. We'll see what you have to say about him today. I'm excited to hear your talk about that. Johnny Burrito here versus Luis Castillo. Again, I was kind of with everyone else here. Why would we stop betting unders when the Yankees play here? I cashed on an under yesterday. By the way, Garrett Cole, the corniest human being on the face of the earth. Oh, my God. There's nothing more cringeworthy than watching him wag his finger and it looking like a fucking 12-year-old. It was amazing. I'll use that for content forever now. So thank you, Garrett Cole. But still a loser, still cornball. The thing is here, Cab, I just can't trust either of these pitchers. Luis Castillo has been pretty meh this year, if I'm going to be honest. We kind of expected him to be maybe even a Cy Young candidate, but 5 2/3, 52 earned runs against the Marlins is fine. But you still lose that game. Maybe that's more on the offense, I guess. But 6 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned against the Angels in a big series. I just can't trust him here. So I also passed on this game at Dabby. We'll talk about the money here real quick since, again, shout out to the people that love listening to the market stuff. It's fascinating to say the least here, but I'll shout it out here. For the game previous, 70% of bets and 63% of the money on the Braves. So that makes sense there to me, at least. The line's moving towards the Phillies, but maybe it's a little bit of a trap there. And a 50-50 split there, totals-wise. 53% of the money and 53% of tickets and 49% of the money on the over there. In this game, another 50-50 ticket split for the side here, but 83% of the money on the New York Yankees here. It kind of makes sense to me, I'll be honest. Plus money, home dog, and a team that you probably would say is better than the Mariners. The only thing they've got going for them is a pitching matchup advantage, but Luis Castillo just hasn't been that good this year. And by the way, Johnny Brito's last 2 minor league starts, 6 innings in both starts. So it's not like he's been very good here. So that's why I stayed off. I'd actually, shockingly enough, maybe even lean over in this game, but a pass game for me nonetheless.
I feel like you said he hasn't been this good this year, and you're just mean like his record.
Johnny Brito or my guy Luis Castillo?
Castillo.
I think we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, we did have this exact same conversation.
Yes.
He has been fine. The Mariners suck. That's the problem, not him.
Well, again, they paid him to be a fucking Cy Young guy, not to throw up 5 runs against the Angels,
He's got a 2.73 ERA with a 1.02 whip, 23 walks, and 98 strikeouts over 82 and 1/3 innings of work this season.
Every time I see him go out there, I can see him gets rocked. He has had 2 good starts.
Numbers don't lie. Just because when you watch him, he gets rocked doesn't change his numbers.
My eyes don't lie, Cab. My eyes. I see him get destroyed. He got crushed against the Red Sox, which obviously that there's one reason why I don't think he's been that good this year. But he went 6 innings, 1 hit against the Pirates. Sick. He went 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs against Oakland. Awesome. But he's not good against the good teams, it seems.
Look, in the good teams let's talk about his last 3 outings. Yeah, he's 0-3, but he still has a 2.89 ERA, a 1.12 whip, 8 walks, 22 strikeouts, and that's at 18 2/3 innings of work. This is his 5th start against the Yankees. Against the Yankees, he's 1-1 with a 2.36 ERA, a 1.05 whip, 11 walks, and 25 strikeouts, and that's over 26 and 2/3 innings of work. Just touching on that, that's before the Yankees were having the problems at the plate they were having. I think this is probably a good spot for him. I think he shows up in big games. I would lean Mariners here, but I'm not betting it either. I'll just leave it at that. And he is a good pitcher, regardless of what you think.
He is a good pitcher. Uh, it's fun to just to randomly yell at each other, Cab. I will admit, I enjoy a good yell. 46% of the bets, by the way, and 73% of the money on the under. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Cheshire Cat wants to make a bet. I don't know what you want to make a bet on, Cheshire Cat, but maybe we'll find one throughout the card. My guy, you know I appreciate you, my dude. And nipples are funny. So shout out to you. And by the way, Brandon Whedon, Oklahoma State legend, says, "What's up, Cab?" Shout out to Brandon Whedon.
Yo,
Brandon Whedon, my second or third favorite Oklahoma State quarterback. So shout out to him. Number one, obviously, my guy Mason Rudolph. And by the way, Cab, Myles Garrett deserves to be in prison for what he did to my guy. Prison. Federal penitentiary.
Myles Garrett. You lost me for a second. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not gonna lie. I got you. Who was you said third favorite Oklahoma State person in the chat? Name three total.
I've Mason Rudolph's my number one, obviously. And then I love fucking Zach Robinson. The prettiest.
Did you just make that name up? That is the biggest name I've ever fucking heard.
Look him up.
You're gonna say Zach Robinson.
Of course. And
he was like Zach Robinson.
He's actually a quarterback coach for the Rams now, and he has the prettiest blue eyes in the world, Dabby Cab. So take that with what you want right there as well. And by the way, Cheshire Cat said not tonight for the bet. He doesn't love the card. So shout out to you, my man. That's funny. Let's get into my bets here. All three of my bets are in this game, Dabby Cab. It's Paul Blackburn on the mound, so everyone knows kind of what I'm on in that aspect. If he's on the mound, I'm going to keep betting A's first five plus a half, and A's first five money line. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but off the top of my head, last two outings for him, I've cashed the plus a halves both times and lost. Well, not lost, but pushed the money lines. So it'd be very nice to cash both one time, but he's just a dog. He's just a dog. He's the king of the first 5 innings. The real question is, as it is every time when you bet the Oakland A's, are they going to hit? Or is the offense going to show up? Last 2 weeks against righties, they're definitely cold now. 28th, 73 80 runs created plus. And Gavin Williams makes his debut in the show this start. And shout out to Nicholas Earl. And there we go. By the way, I was about to say his name, and one of the Earls is right there, former ECU Pirate. He is on Cleveland first 5 minus a half and full game -1 here. Unsurprisingly, supporting his ECU Pirate. Shout out to you. But UTSA is going to fucking dog shit them this year in football. That'll be fun. But he's been their number one prospect for the Guardians. He looks like he's going to be a pretty good. Ultimately, I don't trust the A's to hit here either, Dabby Cab. So my other aspect in this bet, so I've told you guys first 5 plus a half, first 5 money line. I took the first 5 under here too. Under 4.5 -125. Unfortunately juiced, but whatever. I like the under here. Guardians last 2 weeks, 18th, 101 weighted runs created plus. Think they get held down by the king of the first 5 innings, Paul Blackburn. So it'd be nice to cash at least 2 of these 3 bets here.
All right. Our guy Guns agrees with you in the chat. Guns picks, shout out to him. He put something about the A's first 5 in there. Look, the one time I haven't given you shit about him was when Blackburn was on the mound and they cashed. And I'm not gonna give you shit here. I mean, the A's struggled this season, but when Blackburn's on the mound, obviously he's one of their better starters, and he controls the game, which is so important when you got low variables when betting. Right? He keeps the runs low. And the rookie. I don't care if it's the A's. It's a first start. For me, I would never back somebody on their first start. That being said, tons of people have great first starts and cash tickets for people. So. That's just me. I just don't get behind pitchers in their first start. So for me, it would be Oakland or pass here. And like I said, Blackburn stepped up with multiple scoreless innings in his starts. He's done a great job here. And this is a Guardians lineup that's only averaging 3.9 runs per game. So I don't think they're going to be the ones to test him or stretch him or give him a tougher start than he's had here. I like the A's first 5, but I'm not betting it.
It's going to be a fun game. And by the way, Cheshire Cat, again, he wants to do a bet. He said something involving nipples, but I don't know what he wants to do. And Cheshire, just know I have my limits. I'm a cool, fun guy. I love making bets, but my nipples are sacred. So be careful.
You let somebody slap you on them and make them bleed the other day.
Yeah, that hurt. That was funny, though. That was funny. And that guy, by the way, I went to his wrestling event double belt holder now. Double belt holder. It's very fun, Dabby Cab. There's like 50 people at this like wrestling event.
Wait, does that mean like fake wrestling?
Yes. It's scripted, by the way. The
What?
wrestling community would be offended.
Then why do you say belt holder like he earned it?
Hey, he won it. Sorry about it.
He didn't win shit. It's not real.
He won it. I saw him win it with my two eyes again, Dabby Cab. This is just like the Luis Castillo thing. I saw it with my two fucking eyes. Him pin that guy 1, 2, 3. But I wanted to tell you this, Dabby Cab.
God, I wonder what happens when you go watch a fucking magician on stage.
I love.
She's gone. She disappeared. She's
Chris Angel
said
can fucking fly, dude. Have you seen Chris Angel? Oh my god, Chris Angel will make you fucking levitate, dude. But yeah, it was a good time. There's 50 people there, Dabby Cab, and me and like 2 other people were yelling for that dude, and we were the whole life of the party. It was kind of funny. So.
Was it like do they have like masks on and shit? Was it like Mexican wrestling? What was it?
It was not. They did not have masks on, even though they were Mexicans in there. Shout out to them. But yeah, it was your old fashioned like WWE wrestling.
Okay, so like the stuff you see in Florida with like our guy Boston Nick.
I don't know what Boston Nick does. I was literally in Boston Nick's town, and that dude doesn't want to hit me back for a text message, so I don't acknowledge that guy. He's on my list with the other person we referred to.
Who's that?
You know who that is. You know exactly who that is. Oh man, that's hilarious. Shout out to DX Filer. By the way, Preston Ekdahl, shout out to my guy. I saw Chris Angle pushing a Cadillac in 2017 because it broke down in Vegas. His group really quick.
That's funny.
Man, shout out to my guy Chris Angel. I remember watching his shows. I'm like, dude, that guy can fucking fly. My guy Chris Angel, I love him. LG, thoughts on Gavin 5.5 or 5Ks there? You should go tune into Sharpie's show. He covered Gavin Williams today, The Walking Dead, live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Or no, is that Central? It's live before my show, so go check out the replay there. He has the timestamps as well, so you can go click through and
JPZ said he's in LA texting and watching YouTube on the freeway, only in LA. Probably get to sit there for 30 minutes before you have to worry about driving too. Shout out to our guy JPZ.
Shout out to him. It's a good group in the chat right now. It's going to be a fun one talking about this next game because my guy DX Filer, again, I didn't have Wi-Fi for the whole fucking morning. But of course, as soon as I get into Wi-Fi, the fucking first thing I see on Twitter is DX Filer adding me in a play. Twins money line, 2 units. And you know, I'm going to try to resist making a spite bet against you, DX Filer, and betting the Red Sox here. I'm going to try to resist it because these Sox are hot, and it was very fun betting on them yesterday, cashing. I felt like I was the king of the castle. You know, there's nothing better than to me, Dabby Cab, than cashing a bet on your favorite team. I will admit, there's no better feelings. But today, as you woke up and I was like, oh, am I gonna bet the Red Sox here again? First thing I check is where's the money at? Fucking the most annoying situation if you want to bet the Red Sox. You got 50-50 ticket splits, 78% of the money on the Minnesota Twins here. So bigger bets are on the Twins, and that is concerning. Garrett Whitlock has been solid this year. He started off on the IL, came back. Now that he's healthy, going in the rotation, it's been great. 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs against the Rockies, 6 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs. One of them earned against the Yankees, and a great outing there. And Sonny Gray, who's pitched against the Red Sox this year already once. 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run, and a loss there. I respect Sonny Gray. I always respect a player that goes to New York, absolutely sucks there, and then leaves and immediately becomes better. Shout out to Aaron Hicks. Shout out to Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo didn't get any better when he left New York.
Well, it wasn't a shitbag. You know?
He's always been a shitbag. He's always been a shitbag.
This is just your Texas Rangers bias here coming through.
He's terrible.
He can do 2 things.
Him and Rougned Odor can literally kick rocks.
Rougned Odor is horrible. Shout out to Rougned Odor.
So is Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo is still playing in the league. Well, I guess Rougned is still too. I forgot about him being on the pod.
Bro, you put them back to back in the lineup. The over-under for those 2 hitters and strikeouts is like 6.5 on the game.
Yeah, how nice is that? You know, if I bet you Sharpie would take advantage of that shit. Like, all right, they're in the lineup, rack them up. That's funny, but they are walking strikeouts here. Dabby Cab, all this to say is I admittedly like the Red Sox here. I admittedly think the Red Sox can win this game against Sonny Gray. Am I going to take him for a shock? I know. First five, I'm not going to take them first five. Absolutely taking the Red Sox full game. Bullpen's still, acceptably good. Hasn't had any real issues. Like I have not had. There's only been like one series that I can think of off the top of my head where the bullpen really was very annoying, and it wasn't even the bullpen. It was just Kenley Jansen twice back to back. So ultimately, I like the Red Sox here. I really do, and I would love to be on the Red Sox here. But the market keeps me off. I don't want to be on the opposite side of DX Filer, even though I do kind of at the same time want to be on the opposite side of DX Filer. But I will mention 43% of bets and 70% of the money on the under here as well. So again, if the Red Sox are going to lose this game, you'd kind of expect it to be a lower scoring ball game because I think Garrett Whitlock can still pitch well. So I would like to bet the under as well if I had to make a bet in this game. So let's check out the chat as always, and I'll let you take the floor here, Debbie Cab. What do you think?
I mean, shout out to Minnesota for being in the AL Central, which is the only fucking division in baseball with no winning teams. I mean, all they got to do is keep their record above 500, and they're looking at, being in a good position here. But instead, they've lost 5 of their last 6, 5-11 since June 3rd. So they've just been playing terrible baseball, like you said. But, they've got a pair of Cy Young candidates, and Sonny Gray is one of them. I mean, he's been outstanding this year. He's only allowed 1 run through 76 innings pitched at home here, which I'm going to say that again. He's only given up 1 run through 76 innings pitched at home here. So this is not a spot where I'm running to the window to go against Gray. I would probably only be with him. He's got the 1.96 home ERA, and that's after 8 starts. So it's not just a small, 2 or 3 game sample size. 1.96 ERA after 8 starts. He faced Boston back in April. He only gave up 1 run across 5 innings. I think he's going to have a similar outing right here. I mean, it's Sonny Gray on the bump at home. I don't know what else you want. And the Twins need a win. And like I said, considering he was able to hold the Red Sox earlier in the season, I don't see any reason why he's not going to do it here at home where he's even more comfortable. He's one of the best pitchers in the American League flat out. So I either go with the Twins here or I stay off the game, but I'm not betting it either.
I'm betting the Red Sox money line. It's
what a shock. There we go. Glad you waited like it was some kind of fucking bomb drop.
Thank you, Cheshire Cat, and everyone that gives me confidence in the chat. DX Filer, how about we make this a stake bet, DX Filer, or a good old-fashioned Vegas stake bet that you'll get paid, obviously, post.
Nobody in the chat make a bet with Jose until he pays me my fucking stake.
So shout out to you, DX Filer. Let me know if you're on there. Red Sox Mash, Nasty Nate in the joint. Can't wait to see my guy Nasty Nate soon. And maybe you soon, Debbie Cab. So that'll be fun. By the way, Guns in the chat as well. Shout out to Guns saying that Brandon Whedon owes him $100 from the Bedlam game. You betting on Oklahoma, bad decision there, obviously. And if we're gonna talk pokes here, I'd love to talk about my guy James Washington. Shout out to my guy Marcel Aitman, Justice Hill, Chuba Hubbard. Fucking love all Joseph Randall, who stole underwear when he was on the Cowboys. Shout out to him. Yeah, I love my Oklahoma State Cowboys. Emmanuel Ogba. I love Emmanuel.
You know what my favorite memory of Oklahoma State is? I know you do. Do you know what it is?
What's memory, Debbie Cab? No. I don't want to talk about it.
I wish I could just hit the clip. I had a lot of money on Baylor that game. I don't want to talk about it. Bro, when I saw that guy hit the corner, I was like, damn. And then he just got eaten up and didn't score from the 1 yard line.
Rangers, White Sox, this is off. We're flagging this one. Flag on the play. I don't want to talk about that game. That game, I'm a different human being after that game. Cabby, I turned off my TV right before they hit the pylon. I turned off my TV, and I just took 10 seconds. I was like, I'm about to be really happy, or this is going to be one of the most destructive moments of my sports career. And then I turned it on, I saw what happened, and I just sat there for 45 minutes and just silence.
Bro, I think I ran outside screaming he got him or something like that. He got him.
That fucking game killed me. That fucking game absolutely killed me. God, I hate that game. That game doesn't hurt as bad as the Bedlam games, but I hate it. And by the way, Reb says I'm a POS for not paying your stake. I am.
A piece of shit.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Say it. I'm a piece of shit, Debbie Cab. I said I'll pay you next time I see you. I'm sorry. I'm a piece of shit. Again, my favorite part is seeing Dabby Cab with $12 in my pocket and then getting that more money at the fucking Rangers game and being like, fuck yeah, this is more money I had coming into it.
You could have got more if you could catch. I mean, there was money all around you,
It
and you were like,
yeah. It was
"Oh my
overwhelming.
god!"
It was great. By the way, Gun, Spencer Sanders can suck my dick from the absolute back. He's a fucking shitbag bum. Horrible Oklahoma State quarterback. On my bottom tier of Oklahoma State quarterbacks. A fucking loser that guy is. Texas
The
Rangers
best
white.
thing to happen to Oklahoma State is Barry Sanders. That's it.
Well, he's the GOAT. He's the best running back of all time.
Only
Fuck
thing I'll
you,
agree with you on right now.
Fuck you, Emmett Smith. I love a good Emmett Smith, Barry Sanders debate because that gets the old heads going.
There's
It's
no
not
debate. Barry Sanders is more talented.
It's
Emmett
almost
Smith has better numbers.
almost as fun, Dabby Cab, as telling people that Kobe Bryant's the 11th best basketball player in history. That is almost as fun as that. I will admit that. It's that, the Barry Sanders debate, and then making fun of a certain K-pop person that really gets the people going. I'll tell you that. Now let's get into this Rangers game because we're going off on tangents here, and it's a good time as always. We appreciate you guys. And by the way, I love it. Now I'm going to get called Eric Jones, and it's going to be great. I can't wait. But let's talk about this game. Very interesting game because Martin Perez historically has been crushed by this White Sox team. But Dabby, I don't think it's the same White Sox team. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I understand that his numbers are horrible against them, but that was a White Sox team that was smashing lefties for the last, I don't know how many years. They obviously don't have Jose Abreu anymore, and he definitely helped. And this season against lefties, 15th, 103 weighted runs created plus, a little above average. But last month, I should say, because again, I have to use the lefty numbers for the whole month to get enough plate appearances to make it worth it. 72 weighted runs created plus, 24th. I just really was kind of like, okay, the line's moving towards the White Sox. All right, I can see it. But if I'm betting anything in this game, Dabby, I'm betting the under. I think this game is going to be an under game, a surprising under game after both of these teams win over. Thank God I had the over in that game. That felt good. A bet that I cashed, and that was the bet that pushed me into having a winning day here yesterday, which is nice. But I'll tell you, the market definitely doesn't agree with you, or doesn't agree with me, I should say. 9.5 is the total. 75% of bets and 75% of the money on the over here. And unsurprisingly, as it is every day, it seems, more money, more tickets on the Rangers. 76% of the money, 76% of tickets and 65% of the money on the Rangers. Again, they just continue being a Super Republic team. I can see why. But I would be on the White Sox on the under in this game, Dabby Cat, personally. And you didn't hear this probably yesterday. I still don't think this Rangers team makes the playoffs. I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I kind of got scary. Yeah, they are, and it's pretty shocking. It's pretty shocking how good they are, and we'll see how they can keep it together. Obviously, we'll see. But we talked about it the other day. I said this team's not going to make the playoffs still, and I asked someone to look up what their odds were to be not to make the playoffs. I expected like plus 400, honestly, and it was only plus 265. And I was like, wow, okay, that's shocking. That's the one of like the big like flashing red lights. Like if they're not going to give you that price on that, they don't believe either. And we all kind of, collectively expect that the Astros are still going to be in this division. Well, they're in there. They're in there. I'll give them the respect. I give them the respect of a defending champion. They'll be in the division. The Angels are obviously tight, and fucking everyone's going to fight for that last wild card spot. So it's going to be a dogfight to get in the playoffs, and I really don't think the Rangers are going to get there. And I don't bet on them very often. Only time I really bet on them, Cav, is when you tell me to be honest. Like, shout out to our guy, John Gray.
And it cashes.
Yeah, I can't complain. You say it fucking every other day, when we're on the program. You make little bets, but they fucking cash, and that's really what matters. So
I don't make little bets. I have low volume. There's a difference.
Sure. Yes. You're
you
right.
make little bets, Jose.
I do. Yes, that is a fact. Small bankroll, guys. Hey,
okay. No, look. I think the Rangers are probably the side in this spot. Perez is somebody who I've seen. I was absolutely just blown away by what he did last year because I went into the season expecting to fade Perez. And then I came into this season thinking the same. And, I've actually made some money backing him a few times. Kopech here, though, he's done much better. His last 3 starts, 16 and 1/3 inning. He's only given up 3 runs in those 3 starts. giving up 14 hits through those 16 and 1/3 innings, 8 walks. That's a little bit of a stretch there. The 8 walks to the 16 strikeouts is a little bit of a red flag. Means he's navigating through quite a bit of danger there. And this is a Rangers team that if you put runners on the bag, it's what the reason they've been so successful this season is because of how they've hit with runners in scoring position. But of late, they've been much worse with that. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I just know that they've fallen off the table with that. But yeah, in that span, he has a 2.41 ERA. If he gets any kind of run support, he'd be looking better this year. But I still have to look Rangers. I agree with the public here. I'd look Rangers here, or I'd pass. I'd maybe go under on the full game, but I would go over in the first 5. The first 5 over in Rangers games. I don't give a shit if it's on the road. I don't care if it's home. It's cashing at way too high of a clip to look the other way.
Yeah, I know. I don't hate you at all there. By the way, shout to Rocco asking about the weather. Interesting. Whether it's heavy winds, allegedly. That's what a Swish says, but it's tame for Chicago standards. 9-mile-an-hour winds kind of blowing out to right field, like just really right field, kind of dying down throughout the game. 8.4, 7.9. So it's saying left to right, but pretty weak. It would be stronger in other parks, I'm sure, but not ideal over weather. But I'd rather pass this game. And by the way, Andy Reid's Cheeseburger. That's a fucking great name, Andy Reid's Cheeseburger. I will refresh RotoWire real quick. It says 44% precipitation. That's a hard word for a non-English learner to learn. Precipitation. But it's still supposed to go for me. So we'll see there, Andy Reid's Cheeseburger. I had nothing on it, though, so I wasn't too pressed. Let's get in here. Let's get into this next game, Dabby Cabin. And shout to Nunya in here touting our chat being fire. Yeah, our chat's great. It's definitely one of the reasons why I fucking got out of my big asshole. Dodgers Angels here with Shohei Ohtani on the bump. I would say one of the more anticipated games in the West Coast for a while because everyone kind of assumes that Shohei Ohtani is going to be a Dodger next year, and this is kind of like the first open tryout here. Shohei, go face your future club, most likely. And I think it's going to be great because he faced Kershaw last night, and now he's going to pitch on the bump. And I would just love to see what those Dodgers players are going to say after, like Kershaw, like I was fucking hell getting him out, and now you see him fucking throwing 10 strikeout games. So I'm excited for this game. I didn't have a bet in this game. I obviously with Michael Grove on the bump, I lean Angels here pretty heavily, but I'll be honest, Cab, it's always kind of scary backing Ohtani and the Angels because you're going to get a shittier price than you would normally. We'll be honest. There's always like built-in more juice for backing the greatest of all time, Shohei Ohtani. But I still want to do it here, minus 150 for Shohei. The market also, all over him. 71% of the bets, 93% of the money on Shohei and the money line there. Totals-wise here. Really interesting totals-wise here. And this kind of threw my red flags up and made me not bet the game because I'd probably be on Shohei if this was a market going towards the over, hoping that at least they think that the Angels will hit here or somebody hits. But no, 36% of the bets and 73% of the money on the under here, Dabby Cab. It seems like this is going to be an under kind of game, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a, Michael Grove comes back from the minors, he gets another shot, tries to make the best of it, et cetera kind of situation. I think this will be a low-scoring game, and I think the Angels win, but I don't know if I have the balls to put up money on the under there.
If I didn't have the bet that I have that I'm comfortable with, I'd probably look at Ohtani in the first 5 here. I mean, the Dodgers' struggle on the mound has just been hard to watch. The relievers have been nothing short of awful lately over the last 2 weeks. The Dodgers lineup hasn't been impressive the last few weeks.
You're talking about
you look at what the Angels have done, they've been excellent. Especially of late. They're absolutely on fire. And only 4 guys in this Dodgers team have actually seen Ohtani before. Now, those 4 guys have 6 hits and 15 at-bats with 3 RBIs, which is pretty impressive. But again, only 4 guys have even seen Ohtani. So this is going to be like fresh picking for Ohtani here against people that have, no concept of what he's got. And I know Ohtani's been up and down. but he did have a terrific April, and it's absolutely what I can see him getting back to. Against righties, I know you like to look at this. Over the last 2 weeks, the Dodgers have only recorded 86 weighted runs created plus, and it's not going to get any easier here with Ohtani. So, yeah, I mean, I would look at Ohtani, first 5, Angels on the run line. He's 6-2 this season with the 3.29 ERA and the 1.05 WHIP. So even with his struggles, he's still having a fucking outstanding season, absolutely top notch. A lot of the hate that comes for Ohtani is just because people like to hate on him. The fact is, he's one of the best, if not the best, to ever do it. I would probably back Ohtani here.
Yes, I cannot wait to tell my future little ones about Shohei Ohtani. Like there's just, people aren't going to
understand, bro.
They don't. They really don't. They don't understand that this guy is literally going to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, baseball player we have all ever seen. Suck my dick, Barry Bonds.
These are the same people. These are the same. Well, I don't know anybody who compares Barry Bonds and Ohtani, but these are the same people that, like, when they find out you play in college, they're like, "Oh, did you get to hit?" Like, no, motherfucker. Nobody hits in college when they pitch. What kind of dumbass question? Oh, well, my second cousin, who's related to my fucking aunt, went to fucking Texas State and he got to bat third in the lineup. Like that. Like, people don't understand. Nobody does this shit. Nobody does what Ohtani does. No. End of story. Nobody.
And the only reason it's becoming more popular now is because this fucking guy can do it. Yeah, before him, there was nobody. Nobody was doing this shit. And if you even tried to do it, they looked at like, oh my gosh. Like Christian Betancourt, the catcher, was one of the guys that, like, before Ohtani was trying to be like both ways, and they fucking barely let him try. It's oh my God. I love Shohei Ohtani so much. I love him, and I cannot wait to go watch him in person. I'll cry. I'll fucking cry. I'm gonna cry. Let's get into this next game, Dabby Cab, because I'm going to double back on this game and see if I bet the under.
You got some of your K-pop fans in here? Who's that? Is that anime and Shohei Ohtani, baby? That's what Japan does. What the
fuck? Don't forget K-pop. I can't say your name, but don't forget K-pop. K-pop, Dabby, I wish you could see. I get fucking destroyed in the K-pop comments. Just destroyed. It's kind of funny. It's actually very enjoyable to listen. So if you just want some laughs, Dabby Cab, go look at those videos and go look at the comments. And
I'll do
that guy is not on camera. That voice, God, he's so bad. Oh, it's great. I love it. And by the way, Rick J, there's Korean pop that's in Japanese too. That's what I've learned, Rick J. I'm a kind of an expert now. Shout out to me.
I don't have a fucking clue.
Giants Padres here. What an interesting program. Again, shout out to the chat who's been on one. Londo reminding us that his birthday is tomorrow. Londo, don't worry. I've got it written down. You've reminded us a bunch. I've got you, my guy. Your birthday pick will be there tomorrow, and he's turning 31, Dabby Cap. So pre-happy birthday to him as well. Padres Giants here, Dabby Cab. Your guy, Yu Darvish, on the bump against the second hottest team in baseball, the San Francisco Giants. They don't quit. They come back. They fight. And it's hilarious. I did not expect this Giants team to be like in this. But here they are. They're going to make the playoffs most likely. And, we'll see how it all shakes out. But we've got Ryan Walker starting. Sean Manaea is going to be the primary, and the Padres fucking kill lefties, which is
especially him.
Yeah, and he was on the team last year, which maybe motivation, et cetera, but I don't know. I can't really use that motivation factor when you were there for fucking 20 minutes, So I passed this game, but I absolutely thought, man, the Padres do look good here. And if my guy Dabby Cab's on Yu Darvish, it looks like I might be too.
I passed with you and Jimmy last time. As much as I wanted, I had to pass last game. But yeah, I'm on the Padres here, first 5. I just took them on the money line. Look, the Giants are as hot as they can be, right? They extended their winning streak to 8 games.
By the way, I love that me and Jimmy called you pussies. Or at least I called you a pussy for not doing it, and I fucking lost first 5 full game for that. So shout out to you.
Yeah, I knew you guys were. I didn't want to say, bro. I don't like putting the energy out there, but as soon as even when I said I was thinking about it, I'm like, dude, you got the best pitcher on the best team in baseball going, like, and you can take him on the money line, like.
By the way, he's Shea McClanahan, who we're referring to. I looked this up. Most profitable first 5 innings pitchers this year. Shea McClanahan, number 1, 13-0-2 this year, first 5. Second, do you want any guesses? Now I was about to give you the fucking name there, Cab. Any?
Who were you about to call me?
I was about to call you the name of this pitcher.
Go ahead. Oh, hold
Nathan
on.
Eovaldi.
I already was gonna fucking guess it. You didn't even give me the chance, man. I don't like.
You said go ahead. You said go ahead. Sorry. Number 3. Want to guess there? He's a pitcher in the National League that is now suddenly good. He sucked last year on a team that is surprisingly good again.
No, just tell me this.
Mitch Keller and Martin Perez is 4th, actually.
I would have never got Mitch Keller. I knew Martin Perez was up there though. I would have never got Keller though.
Yep. Dane Dunning, 6-1-1. By the way, notice look at all these fucking Rangers pitchers, by the way.
Look at those studs in the first 5. Look at that team. But speaking of studs in the first 5, Darvish is going to get us there today, all right?
Yeah, well, I'm going to bet it. I'm on it with you now.
This is where I want it. The Giants are as hot as can be. He's feeling a lot of heat after his last 2 starts were absolutely terrible, and 3 of his last 4 starts weren't great. But the thing is he's still got his stuff. I paid attention. Darvish still has his stuff, and I think this is a spot where he's going to get right here. And furthermore, you look into Manaea, like I was saying, he's thrown 12.2 third innings through 3 games in June, and he's surrendered 8 runs and 9 hits and a couple of walks. He's just been absolutely dog shit. And the current Padres right here, they've already had quite a good sample size against him. 36 out of 111 at bats with 9 doubles, 6 home runs, and 21 RBIs against him. And you said it, San Diego against the lefties, they have 146 runs created plus in the last 2 weeks, which is absolutely outstanding. So I think Darvish is going to get the run support. He's a pitcher that gets a lot of run support, notoriously from this team also. And this Giants bullpen, as good as they've been, they're going to slow down at some point. So I'm on the Padres here, first 5 money line. It's kind of predictable, like your fucking Red Sox bet. But I say predictable, bro. I hardly bet it. This is only the 6th time this year I've bet this.
Yeah, we know you're associated with them, but you can pick your spots. I don't pick my spots. I just bet them every day. Dabby, I think it's going to be hilarious looking back and seeing how many Red Sox games I've bet this year. I'm going to very much enjoy that.
I want to know how many units. I want to know if you would be in the green without your Red Sox bets.
I would not be, because I've actually won so much on them recently. I can almost guarantee that. During my hot streak, I was just betting Red Sox unders, just keep betting the unders on the Red Sox games. So sidewise, maybe that's a different story. Sidewise is a different story, but in just Red Sox games, I make money in. By the way, Cheshire Cat. By the way, I'm sorry, I have to say this, Dabby Cat, because it involves my nipples. Cheshire Cat, I will not be piercing my nipples in any bets we make. I'm sorry to break that to you.
Would you though?
No.
If you don't pay me my steak next time
I'll
see you,
after
that, I'm gonna pierce your nipple for you.
I'd rather
hold you down and pierce your titty.
I'd rather have you slap me in the chest.
Oh, I'll take that. If you let me slap you, I'll take that instead of a steak. If you want to save some money.
No. Here's the thing, Dabby Cat. Perfect. Here we go. This will make you feel better about the steak bet and everything. The next time I see you, which it might be this week, I don't know what your plans are, whatever it is.
How about I get to slap you in the face, but I have to use my left hand?
No. If I don't pay you your steak bet the next time we see each other, you can slap me in the chest.
Deal.
So there you go. So
that makes sense. I just had to say what Rick J touched on. The Giants have been banging around Darvish, 29 for 98 with 8 home runs and 16 RBIs. A lot of that came off of his second start of the season last year against them. I know it's ridiculous that I can remember that, but it was cold, and you don't back Darvish in the cold. He got touched up real bad that game. I just think this is a good spot for him when his back is completely and totally against the wall after everybody's jumped ship on him. This is absolutely the spot that I look to back him. So I'm going to be on the Padres first 5.
Yeah, a Cheshire Cat really thinks I'm down for anything if he thinks I'm going to pierce my nipples. That would really hurt. Cheshire Cat.
Jose slapping contest at Pubapalooza.
Man, it seems like that's what it's trending to, huh? Shout out to J Dub in here. And Guns, come to Palooza. You bitch, come to Palooza and maybe you'll get a steak since I apparently
I
owe
would have
you.
loved to hang out with Guns. The fuck, Guns? Come on, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Guns, you dick. Shout out to Guns. Let's recap our action here. Shout out to everyone in the chat. It's been an interesting day for the chat. And Nasty Nate, I was referring to whenever you're supposed to come around these parts again, Nasty Nate. I don't know. I forgot when it was already, but shout out to you, my guy. It's an interesting slate here, Dabby Cab. I don't feel the best about it, but I don't feel the worst about it, I will admit. Tripled up on the Oakland A's Guardians game. First 5 plus a half, first 5 money line, and Oakland first 5 under there, and the Guardians as well. 4.5 minus 125, plus a half at minus 110, and money line at plus 138. On the Boston Red Leggings, the Red Stockings, full game money line, even money there. Hoping that if not Sonny Gray, it'll be the Twins bullpen that capitulates with them. And San Diego Padres, first 5 money line, rolling with my guy, Dabby Cab, who Dabby Cab did tell me the other day that to ride with him and I'll get to the greens. So here I am.
I mean, I told you that the other day. So hopefully it stays up. I've only lost one bet since June 8th, just so you know.
Hey, we're on it. We're riding. It's on. I'm in. I'm ready.
That being said, I don't make as many bets as everybody else, so it's not like it's not like it's that crazy. It's like 7-1. It's a good fucking run.
Yeah, it's a great run. Hey, I'll fucking take 7-1 all day. So shout out to you.
Appreciate that. It might be more than that. I'd have to count it up. I don't know.
But is that it? Are you only on San Diego first 5 there?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm betting today. I like the Angels first 5. I think the Rangers first 5 is also a good look. I like the Braves team total over 4. I think anytime you can get a 3.5 or a 4 on them, it's worth a look or worth a bet. But the only thing official I'm going to go with is Padres first 5 on the money line. So there you guys go.
Beautiful. Thank you, Dabby Cab. And by the way, Christopher Comatini, you're right. The Red Stockings are the Reds, I guess, huh? I Morgan Spooner's. I might need 1-800 after fucking that triple up. You're right on the Guardians A's game, but here we are. It's going to be a good time of watching and listening to these ball games. I will be doing physical activities today, Dabby Cab, so I have to listen to the Red Sox game tonight. So that'll be interesting, to say the least. But I appreciate you as always. By the way, I did reach out to our girl Chocolatey Waterfall for your website for your future show, the unmuted mic. If you guys don't want to interview her, I will gladly interview my girl Chocolatey Waterfall. She's a great time. Shout out to her. Love Chocolatey Waterfall. Great.
You want to come on for a special to interview her?
Of course.
We haven't even started yet, but I'll talk to Dave.
Of course. I'd love to. She's my girl. Shout out to Chocolatey Waterfall. I DM'd her, so hopefully, she's a very busy woman, I'm sure. Hopefully she gets back to me soon, and hopefully she's on the program soon, because that'd be great. The unmuted mic starting soon, and it's going to be very fun. By the way, JPZ, I also lost money on those fucking soccer bets from Pete, which it admittedly did annoy me, but then I remembered it's Pete.
There you go, Guns. Hey, Guns asked if she was in TLC. That was funny. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Jose doesn't know music. He'll laugh and act like he got it. He didn't get it.
I didn't get that. No, I thought we were talking table, ladders, and chairs. Shout out to wrestling.
What? Yo, hey, the Sesh After Dark. I know it's got your best friend with me there tonight, but the Sesh After Dark tonight. Yo, tune into it, guys. We need people in there. There's too many of you guys in this chat, like Cheshire, Guns. Well, Guns has been in there. Christopher, you're always there. JP's, he said you were going to hop on with this last week and then ghosted us, man. I want to. Oh, you like that, don't you? I want to see you guys in there, though. It'll be tonight. You know, it's a little different vibe, but we'll be watching our bets, talking, having a good time. So
I didn't expect that from JPZ. I didn't expect that. That's hilarious.
I just figured that he had something important come up.
Of course. I agree. JPZ would never just ghost you like that. But it is funny that you waited all the way to the end to say that. I did think that was funny. Yes. And by the way, Andrew G says, I keep forgetting I get too high and fall asleep. You know, what time is it at again, Dabby Cab?
10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central, 7 o'clock West Coast. I'm getting really good at that. We have really important conversations in that show, like what Adam Sandler's best movie is, you know, shit like that.
Which one is it?
Stuff that really matters.
Which one is it?
Billy Madison, obviously.
That's not true. That's
What do you mean that's not true? Yes, it is.
That's a bad take. It's probably Happy Gilmore. That's such a bad take. I'll also accept Uncut Gems or Grown Ups for the laughs.
Yeah, if you put Grown Ups in there, you are now unvalidated on your opinion completely. So,
oh God, or Just Go With It. I think the one with Jennifer Anderson. Love that movie as well.
Thank you, Cheshire Cat. He gets it. He said I'm right. There we go.
No, Guns. Thank you, Guns, because he said Happy Gilmore. So it's fun. Shout out to Rocco Rogers, who's going to make it tonight as well. We appreciate you guys for
Nunya. That's like his worst movie.
51st Dates is a great pick by J-Dub as well. I love this. This is what a great time in this chat. Again,
why don't you come hang out with us then? Because this is the type of conversation we have. You'll have a great time.
Well, unfortunately, there's one person that I'll pass on having that conversation with.
Who?
Thank you guys for showing up to the show as always. We appreciate you guys. Brandon Whedon joined the program. Oklahoma State legend. Justin McElvey, Nunya. All you guys. Cheshire Cat, who wanted my nipples pierced. I did not want that. Shout out to you, Cheshire Cat, though. Nasty Nate, AOD, Andrew G, Christopher Comentini, Guns. All you guys. Nunya again. We appreciate everyone in here. Morgan Spooner, Rocco, Londo. Again, guys, reminder, tomorrow is Londo's birthday. Shout out to my guy, Londo, not Lonzo. We'll give you a big happy birthday there and give you the birthday pick as well. Rick J, J-Dub, all you guys, we appreciate it. And let's get after it, guys. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Cash our tickets. Say hey on social media. We'll see you guys next time.